just about being shredded, being lean, or being muscular. I mean, whilst that is an aspect of it, and that is the fundamentals, if you want, it's about stage presence, creating a mirage, an image of something more than just muscularity, more than just lean. You can have people step on stage that are a lot more muscular and a lot leaner potentially than, say, the next man, but that man can present himself in the way that he poses and create an image, therefore win the show just from presentation.
Stage presence is kind of key as well. You need to make yourself known on the stage as you are competing against the other competitors, and something needs to stand out. You can all be exactly the same, shredded. You need to do that extra thing to stand out. I think something simple as smiling just goes a long way. We're
our own worst critics. So with that said, getting onto stage, you do feel not necessarily nervous about presenting yourself in front of a lot of people, but more nervous about whether or not you've satisfied yourself with the packaging you're taking to that stage. That's where my nerves kind of sit really, is, do I look good enough?
Have you done the best you can?
But yeah, I mean, there is a certain amount of trepidation when you step on stage in front of a lot of people, because you know that in that crowd there are other competitors, albeit different categories, that have done the same thing as you. They've got themselves into decent shape. Whilst they're being self-critical of themselves, and they're probably thinking, God, he looks good. At the same time, I'm thinking, God, he looks good.
Nervous, very nervous. It was a hard feeling to describe, really. It was nerve-wracking, but the other competitors put you at ease. There's such a friendly atmosphere around the stage. Before you do these shows, you think that everyone's going to be very competitive, but it's not. It's a completely different atmosphere. Everyone's so friendly and supportive. When you go on stage and with other people, it's not like you're competing against each other. You are competing against each other, rightly so, but it's in a friendly manner.
There's a huge amount of camaraderie, and I suppose that comes from mutual respect.
You know what you've been through and the other person's been through, I think. So you do respect each other and what you have accomplished. You know, you've all done this thing for like 12, 14, 16 weeks for these 10 minutes on stage, which feels like 30 seconds. And you've all got there together.
Got those.
This is an invite
to
the British finals.
Fantastic.
So that'll be the 12th and the 13th of October.
Phenomenal.
It's got a bit of tan on it.
So there is no stopping, mate?
There's no stopping.
Beautiful.
This is just the first part of the saga, the story. The story continues.
The story continues. It
October.
does.
So October is where I go for British champion. Not just the Welsh champion of Masters.
Yes.
The British champion.
Beautiful, mate. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. But it's more than fingers crossed. It's now time, 6 weeks, dial it back in, take a better package, come thicker, fuller, the same condition that I had today, and just basically do what I did. Yeah, just do it. Just do it over again. Yeah, and Darren,
Same
story.
Invited to British finals.
Invited to the British finals.
Bring a better package.
A hell of a lot better package. It really had a good package. There's no denying that, but he's going to take a better package this time around.
Yeah, absolutely. How did you feel, Darren, after your first one ever?
After the first one ever, the adrenaline is still pumping. Can't
Still
believe
pumping,
how quick the day went.
Yeah.
It was exciting, slightly nerve-wracking because I didn't know what was happening.
Can imagine.
But I've got the buzz, is the only way I can describe it, and I'm going to do another one.
You hungry for more?
Yeah, I'm going to do another one in 3 weeks' time. We're both going to do body power.
We're doing body power in Wales, so there
And
is a
then
competition
3 weeks
in 3
after that,
weeks'
do the
time.
British finals.
In 3 weeks?
In 3 weeks, there's a competition in Wales in 3 weeks' time. It's body power Wales.
Get some experience with that.
There's more stage time basically for us. It's a different federation. So it's similar categories, different federations. So again, competing, Darren will be competing for the second time then. He'll still be doing the same category, which is Masters physique. I should be completing his Masters, hoping to take another first place. Again, let's take a slightly better package, having slightly fuller, the condition will still be there, but I'll just have a, I don't think I need to actually take that much of a different package at all. What I took today
Would be good enough.
was very good.
But we always want to improve.
And yeah, it's not a great deal.
Water tastes
It's
amazing.
good, isn't it?
Never know
It's
water
not-
to taste so good. It's just ice cold. I'm like,
It's
wow.
so good.
It's better than the Coke I had a minute ago.
The reason why Darren is finding water ice cold
Haven't had any?
incredibly good is because he has not had a great deal of water today
No.
or for the last couple of days.
Right.
I take a different approach. I don't really cut my water out, and I'm still thirsty. So you can imagine, you know, what Darren feels like.
Yeah. But they knew how important it was to me to achieve what I wanted to achieve. I think if you've got people around you that know how much this sort of thing means to you and the goal you want to achieve, you will have people around you that support you.
Because we've both been away together, we've both travelled up to Wales together twice. We've both been there supporting each other twice. We had a few people come up visit us at the PCA Welsh for the second show, the Body Power. Shy of Darren's mum and sister, it was just us two really flying solo, and obviously the people that you meet there and faces that you met at previous shows as well, which is always really nice. But no, so yeah, supporting each other throughout this is a big help.
Mentally as well.
Mentally, because it is, you know, you can end up in quite challenging places. Mentally, a dark place.
Physically, everything.
It's not easy. So it's good to have someone there.
I've always been diet's always been okay for me, to be fair. If I've been told to eat a certain food or eat certain amounts of food, I will stick to it. For me, if you're going to do one of these shows, there's no point being half-assed about it. I wouldn't want to look back and say, oh, I could have been better if I hadn't cheated. So for me, the diet is easy. It's probably the training that's harder, making sure you push yourself every single session to the max. I think that's where it's benefited me a lot with training with Andy and other people and having a training partner to make sure I do push it that extra rep or two.
Whilst it's easy to follow a diet, and I will not falter on that diet, there's every possibility that the next person isn't going to falter on their diet, and you don't want to be thinking back on whether or not you could have gained a place because you hadn't had an extra piece of turkey. So following the diet is fairly easy, but as obviously you get in and the food drops, you're adding in a bit more training, cardio, and the energy levels drop, training becomes hard because you've got zero energy, which makes you want food.
Challenge, a goal, something to achieve. I like coming to the gym, saw other people doing it. Sort of a bucket list thing, really. I always wanted to do it at least once.
My last show. It's a hard question because, and I'll tell you for why. That was the intention last year. Various things happened and I ended up competing again this year. And actually, this year's been a very good year for me, competition-wise. We're off to the British finals. I am going for that British title and I'm putting everything into it. So, you know, there is a chance that I could walk away with a British title, which also involves an invitation to the Worlds. So, what do? Do you say it's your last competition
Who doesn't
and turn down an invitation to the Worlds, or do you get that invitation to the Worlds?
You're going to take
go
it.
for it. You don't turn down an invitation to the World Championships, do you? Yeah, it's great if you've got the support around you and people who understand it and absolutely.
It's not just you that's affected by it, is it?
No.
It's other people that are around
No.
you, the people that you put out, the things you don't do because you're on prep and diet.
I mean, that's fine if that's the lifestyle you want to live, and a lot of people do want to live that way, and I'm happy to live that way to a point. I like a little bit of flexibility within it, and obviously prep doesn't give you that flexibility. You know, just the simple things like perhaps what should I have for dinner tonight? Simple question. A lot of people take for granted. Is one of those questions that I don't get to ask, at least for the last 5 months. So I'd like to be able to ask myself that question in the months coming up towards Christmas. No, I can't say for absolute certain that this is going to be my last competition.
Yeah, without a doubt. I wouldn't change anything. I'm glad that we're doing the finals. I'm glad I did the first show. I'm glad Andy talked me into doing the second show as well as more experience. I wouldn't change anything about this journey whatsoever.
We have the more glamorous part of show day, the getting a tan on when you do it yourself. Well, I'm not doing it myself, but I've decided to not pay for someone to do my tan, if that makes sense. So I bought a pot of Dream Tan, as recommended by Mr. Harding, and I have Darren Gillard's girlfriend, the lovely Mel, applying it for me in my hotel bathroom. She's doing a wonderful job, but it is very time consuming. She's back there somewhere. So yeah, this is the part which, you know, it's all part of, basically. Spray tan is so much easier, and it's a very good tan as well, but at the same time you're spending 75 quid on that. I spent 12 quid on a pot of tan. Yeah, there's a lot of money goes into prep, so where you can save some, it's worth doing. They do say a good tan is very important on the day though, and I have been recommended Dream Tan by Guy Harding, and I do trust his word, so let's see what it brings. Yes.
Yes, I am really looking forward to the off season, definitely.